Ladies, ladies and gents, ladies and genitals, hello, hello, hello indeed, low tier god. Hello and welcome to Extreme Gameplays. Tonight is the night we beat the Oko. It is the Classico night. This is gonna be one for the classic history books. It's gonna be momentary, esoteric, stupendous, momentous, crementus, radamanthus, Theseus, and Poseidonthus. Today's run is gonna be one for the ages. Today's run is about to shatter Today's run is about to shatter world records. God of War 2 will get no damage in a single segment, in a single setting, in a single stream, with absolutely no power shutdowns. I dare ya. I double dare ya, motherfucker. Say what again. And that's the stream set up. Tonight is the night. Tonight is the night. The classical Oko, yes. Finish the zesty, yes. This shit has dragged on long enough. Like, it's starting to not make sense. Just finished studying, perfect timing. Darwin, how are you gonna manage the Classico and Oko and the World Heavyweight Championship right in one stream, in one day? I don't know, what do you call it? I'm gonna make this look like a promo. Like a WW, like a WW, like a W. Beep. Boom. Today's the run. Today I'm gonna be focused more than usual. Actually, every stream I plan to, you may have seen something oddly weird with like today's community post. Like, sure, it was a goofy fucking what? Album cover? But I've decided from now on to take these streams a bit more seriously, because this is really dragging. Is he training deep hits? Deep hits were always a thing in this game, unlike God of War 3, where it was fake for 15 years. I authenticated that bitch. Today is the run. Today is the run. Let's keep telling ourselves that, and we surely will get it. Are you a different animal but the same beast, Zesty? Yes! You think you know me? Now my hands still haven't warmed up completely, so if I take an L in like a minute or two, it is what it is. Get your hands off me, man. Finally he got serious. Dead ass. Like, the moment I get out of the prologue, if we get out of the prologue, I'm gonna get serious, delirious, curious, so that hopefully deaths happen only at the hands of death or the Pegasus sections, which is still annoying. It's okay though. Tonight is the night, inshallah. Yes, I'm feeling it tonight. I'm even wearing the hoodie that got us to the Loom Chamber, remember? We're trying to capture the same magic. I want my hands to warm up. You got this, bro. So, for people just entering the stream, I have to beat the entire game in one segment. Doesn't have to be one sitting, but with skippable cutscenes, thankfully, it is possible with one sitting. Otherwise, this would be like a 10-hour long stream. The Loom Chamber, a time of death. We're warming ourselves to get there again.
Show no mercy!
Get your feet off me, man. I'm not into that. I'm also doing God of War 2 Oko. How about a race? You really are doing an Oko? That's interesting. Why do you hate yourself? Do you want to get married? I miss the beard. You don't. Come on. It looked like somebody's pubic area. I'm not gonna say what race, ethnicity. Ah, Kanye. What exactly is the challenge? Beat the entire game without taking damage. And if I take damage, the entire game restarts. Here's the memorized QTE, triangle, triangle, X, X, which got us 2 back-to-back QTELs in God of War 3 Pain Plus that I also started 2 days ago. With a bunch of deep hits, by the way. Deep hits is essentially dropping this from up close. Or this from up close. Or this from up close, you know, this entire attack, by the way. Is he the God of War? He's screaming it. Give me that. Oko is basically a no damage run. Yeah, it is the entire game. Hello everyone, missed something? You haven't missed a lot. It's been what, 7 minutes since the stream started? There, we're done. God of War 3 is kinda mid, not gonna. Who the fuck is this guy? Mods, crush his skull, thank you. Scorpy! Gears of War 1 and 2, the GOAT? I didn't know you were into that, Kratos. At that angle that I just, you know, lowered my head to, my nose looks like a stupendous nose. Why the fuck did this motherfucker just... This guy! Who's this guy? I'm trying to despawn a bunch of Rhodesians. And no, silly, I didn't mean the Holocaust. Okay, push me back since there's a lot of enemies. I don't feel comfortable fighting here. Push me back a little.
I will make you suffer. I am the God of War.
I mashed my soul out back there.
None shall defy me.
I almost got hit.
I will make you suffer.
Thanks to the Poseidon's Rage, this is no longer that risky of a spot. No one hiding here. No one hiding here. Let's go. Bro, have some little extra energy tonight? Yes. And I'm actually gonna take my advice and preserve that energy, not scream a lot, cream a lot, and like orgasm a lot, you know? Nah, seriously, I'm gonna have to really take it slow. And be observant at things.
Now I
Zesty Ace Attorney speedrun win? Come on. That is the worst anime in the world. We wait for the two archers to shoot at the same time. We wait for the two archers to shoot themselves. Then we block twice. They both shoot, then we roll again. Not block twice, roll twice at the start. Open the door! This guy comes in as a volunteer. Ush! 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 Took a lot of effort there to convince him to die, but like, you know how it is. Wow. No coming too hard, I understand. Yeah, you know.
I will make you suffer.
Attaboy. The best music in the world is playing. Eastern Ramparts. Now back to lowering it, and we shall continue. Silent Rage, God of War, broken as fuck, not gonna lie. Yeah. God of War 1's magic attacks are all broken. Even the weakest magic attack in that game is better than like 50% of magic attacks out there. Which is the Zeus Fury. I'm talking about the Zeus Fury, by the way. You know where Zeus gets furious? And just starts getting furious all over everybody? That's what I'm talking about. A man my age should ideally be getting up close and beating this man's belly, but I'll use the Zesty 2011 strat when I first ever played that game. Tonight is the night we were destined to do this. No other night. If there's ever a night where we get the Oko at, it's tonight. When Real Madrid wins, as they deserve.
It will have the strength to destroy all. I will make you suffer. I am the god of war. None shall defy me. I will make you suffer.
Okay, Kratos, you can stop spinning now. Is that should do an Astrobot chill stream? That's a game I never revisited to replay, which started the whole thing for me that I don't really want to buy platformers ever again. They're great games, just not worth $60 or $70 for me. They're amazing games. For me, what would be worth spending 60 or 70 on is a new hack and slash action game. Like a new action game, basically. So in here, from afar, we do a bunch of these. A bunch of these nuts. Any moment now, Brian. We're holding up the show. Oh. Scope that guy. Not no scope, just like scope him. Only like the word scope. Don't no scope him. Why would you no scope him? We continue onwards, onwards, onwards. I buy God of War 2018 remaster $70 first day. I swear to God, if they remaster that game instead of the Greek games, I might bust, you know? God of War 2018 totally deserves a remastered over these stupid old games. Why would you remaster an old game? Just remaster a new game. Is today the day, Zesty? The night, but yes, the same ballpark as what you described. Yes, it's the day. That collision is too good not to be in the stream that actually gets us the W. Collisions, man. Where you at in Ninja Gaiden 2 Master Ninja? Good thing you mentioned that. I played it yesterday. And the day before, and the day before. I'm at chapter 8. I think, no, chapter 7. Actually, 8. Wait, it's the chapter that you start with a bunch of robot... Here's the thing. I beat Armadillo yesterday. Ah, this is the run. This is the run. How can it not be, like... Ninja Gaiden 2. I just need to learn how to deal with some enemies, man. Some enemies are just not meant to be fought without like learning them extensively. Like there's these four-legged robot thingies that constantly shoot. They never stop shooting. I never saw them stopping the shooting of the schools in America, the school system in America. I never saw them stop shooting ever. Why do you start without me, man? I want to be there for the Oka. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Let me just quit the game real quick. How do I quit the game? Options? The game is this bad that it does not display a quit game option. I wanted to restart the run wholeheartedly. Trust. Okay, let's move my fingers. I want them to warm up. So apparently, the better way to warm up your fingers is through moving them. I always questioned why my hands get heated up and I sweat in my palms. His palms is ready. Knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on the sweater already. Mom spaghetti, he's nervous. But on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting. This song perfectly describes me. But he keeps on forgetting. You know, because I forget things a lot. And it's scary. I fear the day I may start forgetting way more things than what I do nowadays. I don't know. Bitch, seek medical help. Bitch, do yoga. That's Future's advice. Fingering God of War? Yeah, you gotta finger your God of War, yeah. Zesty spaghetti. Nah, when I type extremely gameplays. I type extremely fast. Like in my scripts and all that. And so my hands get warm and all that, you know? It's just great, you know? What is a man? What has he got? Such a bad game, so mindless and button mashing. Room to room combat. You're right, Hex. You're right, Bobby. Bobby? Harley! How'd that get in there? How'd that get into what? Kratos' feet after a long stretch with gods? What? Did I just read out loud? What the hell did I just read out? How are the mods not doing anything about this? Mods used to mod things. Damn it! When the mods don't mod things. I saw a screenshot of some Ben 10 game. I never really had an ounce of interest in the series. The screenshot reminds me of God of War. Does anyone have experience? Is it in depth? The first ever Ben 10, you know, the kid, the old one, not the new one. There's a very amazing game on PS2 called Ben 10 and the Omniverse of Madness or some shit. It's probably not that. But it's the little Ben 10 with like 4 arms and... What's the other guy? Is the guy Swampfire or some Firehead? I don't know. You know, the Cannonball. These are the aliens that he has. Oh my god, what a game that was, yo. It wasn't mad hard, but man, was it good. Have you considered playing Doom or maybe Metal Hellsinger? I'm planning to get into Doom this year. Like, deep into Doom. Doom 1, 2, and 64. In preparation for the Dark Ages, but then again, people say the Dark Ages is like Doom Eternal, Doom 2016, Eternal, and the Dark Ages that is gonna come out. There's a whole new era of Doom. So these games are apparently way too different than the original Doom. But yeah, I'm planning to get into Doom. I've played very little of 64, very little of 1, nothing of 2. People say 2 is really good. It's called Ben 10, Protector of Earth, you don't fool. Yeah. Didn't know there was even such a trophy for Gears 3. No, he's talking about God of War 3, but he's excited when he wrote it. That hand almost swung in my general direction. Climb a little bit, left grab, up a bit, left grab, right grab, left grab. And that's the hands of Hephaestus. Played that Ben 10 on PS2. It was Heat Blast, not Swampfire. Heat Blast, yeah. He has the move where he skates on his fire in the air as a double jump. God, I love that game. I used to play it a lot on the PS2. Me and my sister would play it all the time. It, Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, a couple of SpongeBob games we really loved. Tom and Jerry, WWE. There's some hate co-op games, man. I remember when we then got an Xbox 360, we kept at it, because co-op games are the best when you have a sibling and they love just having fun. We played that shit ton of Rio and Rayman Legends. Good days. She is now into God of War, Devil May Cry, and all the metal shit that I like, so that's amazing. I think it's on PSP as well. Yes, I got it on PSP then shortly when I realized it's there. Games that were on PS2 that I also got on PSP, I got really excited for them because it's like I'm literally playing the PS2 on my hands, like in bed. There's always something about handhelds. They make you lazy and lay down and sleepy and all that. It's a different lay down than laying down and playing on a console on a big screen. You know, as a kid it wouldn't make me sleepy, but nowadays it is. Which it almost made me quit Okami, a game that I really like nowadays. Thank God I got it on the PS5. It was on sale. It was a steal. Steel meal. But yeah, later when we grew a little older, a little bit, and got the Xbox 360, now my father got us that console, and you know, we got into it and all that, because come on. Rio and Rayman Legends, these two games in co-op was the shit. Also Gears of War, but my sister lost interest in that. Though I saw her and my other sister play Resident Evil 5 recently. A shit ton of Resident Evil 5. We restart the cutscene here. The checkpoint here, because this guy kills us with like one blast and it's force and you can't escape it. So yeah. That's that. Zister lore dropped. Zister? Oh, Zister. You fuck. I was like, wait, that's not how my name looks. It's at least not an I, it's an E. It's usually Zester or Zestus or whatever. Zister. They really wanted to add different style on Ascension God of War, but damn it, got hated. Dog spit on, walked on. Damn, that was a nice bar. FT3CH. They really want to add different style on Ascension God of War. Yeah. But damn it, got hated. Dog spit on, walked on. A port of Gears 1 sounds good for the fans of that series. Only Gears of War can have the best campaign, the best online multiplayer, and the best offline co-op. Is it? It's not the best offline co-op. Shut up. I can think of like way too many games better than it. But it is a really fantastic game. Resident Evil 5. You do not have enough power to lift Kratos. You must hit the gym if you want to free the Pegasus. You must play God of War 3 because Kratos is jacked there and he really looks like a fucking... Okay, looks pretty jacked. The body standards nowadays, lads, are at an all-time high. They're at an all-time high. They're not drunk. They're just at an all-time... They're actually at an all-time... They used to be at an all-time drunk. Now they're at an all-time high, which is crazier than drunk, you know? Like Gears of War 2 and Gears of War 3. Out of those, 3 was my favorite. Man, and honestly, like 3 in general. What a package! Have you seen the collector's version of it? I used to dream of having that as a kid. Man, I also had a neighbor that I would play a lot of Gears of War and games with generally in co-op. And a friend that got me into gaming in God of War and all that way back in 2007. You know, the one that I used to watch his brother play God of War all the time back in 2007? That friend, I still like when I visit him, we play games a lot. Call of Duty Zombies, Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, yes to this day. Streets of Rage. Dragon Ball Fighters. He recently got the new Budokai Tenkaichi. What a bro. What a bro job. But yeah, I had a hold on a second. I don't want to get disturbed. I had some neighbors that would, you know, some of the boys from back in the day. I'm still friends with. We used to play co-op with them as well. And Gears of War 3 specifically with a friend of mine was very good. Like, we constantly made fun of things in that game. Because everything is so extra in that game. There's a grenade where he just whips it around like this and then tosses it and is the best animation. There's a sniper, and for all our lives where we used to Call of Duty snipers, weak ass shit, just to play Gears of War and it's just that shit is as big as the character you play as. I don't know, he's called, I believe he was called Dominus, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe Dom, not Dominus. That would be way too Kratos, if you know what I mean. Like, R6 is peak, period. I kind of prefer girls, period, but no, seriously. Resident Evil 6. My biggest problem with that game is that for some reason I only played Leon's campaign, with my sister as well. Because we were huge shills of Leon. We still are, like, she's just... Japan knows how to make shit that appeals to you. It's like, it doesn't matter how old you are. They know what is fun, basically. And Leon, who doesn't love Leon? Come on, he's just like, that's the most badass ever. There's not a single ass as bad as that. I've never seen a bad ass like that ass. And in Resident Evil 6, this man is Kratos, basically. He's saving the world. He's saving the world on a personal level this time. He has a slight bit of hair on his chin. He's manned up. The biggest problem I had with Resident Evil 6 was that I played it only once. Once! And it was only Leon's campaign. I grew up to find out that it has other campaigns as well. I was like, fuck. Resident Evil 5 was one I was never a fan of. I don't know, I just never felt like playing that game. Ever. Even my sister would say, let's play it in co-op, it's fun, but we never did. Fast forward like 5... No, what 5? Hold up. 10 years later, actually, yeah. She recently played it with my other sister. I still don't really feel like playing that game. I tried to get into it the solo way as well. It just wasn't for me. I may try it later. Because I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. Okay, I don't feel like a strong independent man to fight these guys on the ground for whatever reason. Even though it's not that risky. I'm just gonna use my original strat. Original gangsta. Original gamesta. The hell? What is you blocking? Ush. No one really is into RE5. RE5 and 6 deserve a 3 hours long combat guide. Should have slept on. I don't know about a combat guide though. I'm pretty sure it has a lot of deep mechanics, as you showcase a lot. I'm just saying, back then I couldn't get into them. I don't know why. 6 was really great. It's just that I got into that generation of gaming also prematurely. Like the world was moving way too fast while I was still in the 360 days. It was the same when I got the PS2. And it's like the pressure around me would always make me move forward to other games. I still find my way back to the games that I truly love, but like, I don't know. That era was fucked up. I couldn't play a lot of games. Mostly because some of them never worked. And because other games were just better. Like, I don't care. Back in the 360 days, I used to play a shit ton of Arkham City. And I'd have more fun there than play Resident Evil 6. And it's weird, like Resident Evil 4 was one of the first couple of games I ever got on the PS2. It, along with God of War 2, Batman Begins. These games were really something, man. Tomb Raider, which I didn't like. At the time they got me Tomb Raider. And they were like, oh, come on, it's just like Kratos, but it's a girl. And I'm like, no, the guy is bald. He has like a red tattoo and he kills monsters and all that. And they were like, why would you kill monsters? I'm like, bitch, shut up. Don't tell me who to kill. But then I got it later on, so here we are, 15 years later, still playing it, you know. I remember people calling it Gutivar in here. Because, you know, the word God was in the title. And they thought like it literally means what it means. As in replacing actual God. 6 appeals to anyone. 5 kicks your ass if you don't play well, which is a huge turnoff, especially on solo. 5 is also appealing. Like, you load it up and it's this co-op Resident Evil, basically. It's pretty much co-op Resident Evil 4. I remember my friends playing it. And I just watched them. And it was very intense. They were like, yo, dude, did you see the guy with the chainsaw in Resident Evil 4? Yeah, and here's this big guy with an axe. And I just... would keep on watching them play, never actually playing it myself. But let's focus on the run right now. I got a PS3 just for God of War 3 because of the fucking cliffhanger God of War 2 ending. Best decision. Oh yes. God of War 3 pretty much has, I mean, PS3 pretty much has everything I would ever need in this life. Okay, maybe that's a stretch. It doesn't have some games that I really need. Like maybe Arkham Knight. I don't know. I could think of some other games too, but like, for starters, there's Arkham Knight that I really value. But like overall, PS3 is just like the best thing to ever exist in the world currently. Like it has all the God of War Greek games, all the Metal Gear games. Metal Gear Rising is different enough to call it another game, of course. All the great Devil May Cry games. All the great PS2 games that I need. Ports and all that, you know? It has Souls games. It has awesome platformers if I ever need that. Amazing fighters. Especially Mortal Kombat 9. Like that's pretty much my favorite fighting game. Either it or Dragon Ball FighterZ. Ask me when I'm playing Mortal Kombat and I tell you Mortal Kombat. All the great Devil May Cry games. What? It has him. Yo Che. Yo Che, Kira. Pretty sure you meant Yo Che. You did not mean any other word. You did not mean Yo Chat. You didn't, right? PS3 doesn't have new God of War and DMC5, that's a plus. Yeah, it has all the Resident Evil games. What doesn't a PS3 have? It perhaps may not have some PS2 games that may be needed. Overall, it just has it all for me. Like even original Resident Evil, which I highly value. One of his resolutions was to stop typos. That's a year resolution? I really enjoyed the DMC Reboot gameplay. Sick combos and shit. DMC Reboot is a well-structured game, I'd say. PS3 does have the worst version of DMC Reboot, though. And it does have the worst Ninja Gaiden 2 port. But simultaneously, it also has Ninja Gaiden 1. There's that. So I'd been missing out on like one of my favorite action games, which is Ninja Gaiden 2. But it is what it is. Like, you gotta make some sacrifices. You have all the Resident Evils you want, all the God of Wars you want, all the Devil May Cry's you want, all the Metal Gears you want. Metal Gear. Selling our PS4 for some weed is crazy. I wonder who would do that. Dante. 2 arrows each, and they're gone. Goodbye, sentry. Bomb. I have a functional Xbox 360. Xbox. My favorite animation is the suck. I still have my Xbox 360 and I only play Skate 3 on it. There's a lot of games that you're not playing though. Thanks for the push and the assist. You're enjoying your time, fellas. Take a second to punch that like down there and thank you. Thank you, true gamer. You've always been true. Hey. Thanks, gorgeous. Why do you resist me, Spartan? Am I forcing myself upon you, Spartan? Oof. And that's that. That's that. I try to avoid spoilers as much as possible, but apparently the next Yakuza will have a Hyperion ramp. Don't trust me though. It's just a word of mouth. Mechanics spoilers? Do you guys hate spoilers like ever, like way too much of a hate? Especially like this type of hate right now is different. This is hating some mechanics getting leaked. I guess, I mean, if it's a grab, it doesn't change anything. Like if they leaked a weapon that was very, very, very infamous in the Yakuza series, I'd get it, but it's not. It's just a battering ram, bro. The best move of all time. Introducing God of War 3. Introducing God of War 3. Big V's worst nightmare. The battering ram. The battering grandma. I'm immune to spoilers. They do suck when you get spoiled on something. I just don't take it that personally. Hyperion Ramp versus Cyclone of Chaos. I'll take Cyclops of Chaos. This is a bit of a difficult encounter if it goes remotely wrong. Keep him away from me. On to the Minotaur. Let's go. Again. He did. I love getting under them like that and shooting them with the Typhoon Spain, you know? Getting under them, getting under the mail. I'll be right back in a second. I need a break. We are back in black. You know, the music in the background though, of course. It's the Challenge of Poseidon I'm playing. He's probably checking his yoga schedule. Yeah, I rescheduled. I rescheduled it for now. Imagine if Kratos just now falls and died. Kira, don't. Like, there's not a single death screen in this game that we have missed. We've seen it all. We've been through it all. Cyclone skill is my favorite. Perfect for crowd control. Perfect for crowd. What? Young man. Unlocked at level 2 for each game except God of War 1 and 2. Cyclone of Chaos only started being good in God of War 3. And then it went to shit in Ascension again. Actually, yeah, it went to shit. Even though it's good, like it's the held input, it's no longer a special attack, but still. There's always another, yeah. Yeah, you're right. There's still some death scenes, some odd jank that we still haven't seen, I bet. Give me the brutal kill. Big thanks. Cyclone of Chaos in God of War is just abomination. It is one of the worst special attacks ever. When you max out your weapon, a bit sure, it is what it is. But that's totally because the damage output is insane in God of War 1. Not because of any statement made about the human condition or anything, as it should have, honestly, as a special attack. Purely because God of War 1 just... the multiplier is just insane, man. I want to save. I'm just expecting a power outage any second now. This time you'll get that WST. Oh, I'm ready. We are approaching a run killer right now that I hope we can make it past. We're gonna lose 1 ink of health when we get on the Pegasus. It is just a bug that happens. Zesty 8 Lulu. Hey! Didn't know you were chill like that. Lower the music, please. The game gives you an option to lower the music. It shows you how bad the music is. The game is actually afraid of letting you hear its music, so it does give you the option to just lower it down to 0. It knows the music is that horrible. 2018 is a cakewalk with how broken you get after like 20% of the game. Yeah. I wouldn't call it a cakewalk though. Pega time. This is the first bit of the run killer. Just strafing. Who is your Inshallah monks, Kung Lao or Lugang? I guess you mean main? I was good with both. My friend would constantly tell me, yo dude, get Kung Lao. Look at his cool moves, just so that he can play as Liu Kang. Later we grew up, and we recently did a walkthrough. And now he's the one that really likes using Kung Lao. How the fuck did he get that close, man? We go again. Let me just turn this thing off.
You will. Don't let it open the door.
We go again. You guys are better off just accepting Hands of Death L's. Or, you know, Pegasus deaths. Like, just accept them. The whole entirety of the sections do not represent the game. Like, not even in the slightest. The Hands of Death is infinitely spawning enemies on walls, which is never the case in this game. Or in any other God of War. The Pegasus section is a shmups minigame that is janky and slow. Like, no reason to ever take it seriously. Like, I personally don't. I hate it. I obviously hate it. But it is what it is when it happens. That's the thing. It is unlike any other L, where like I get frustrated, questioning it, you know, getting mad at it. If it happens, it just happens. Didn't know that we start normally now. You can PR in the starting room to finish things faster. You're right, I should be doing that. I just need some of the magic for Colossus. But do we like have a refill when we get to him? Let's find out. He just jumped on you. We don't get a refill, okay. That back there was very unfortunate, but it happens. Like at that situation, there was nothing I could have done when it dashed towards me. Like absolutely nothing. There was something I could have done. Like 10 seconds. Not 10 seconds, that's a lot. 2 seconds before that event happened. But 2 seconds has already passed for me to think about doing something. For all I care, I saw him get way too close to me and I thought he hit me. That never goes wrong like that, but it has a small chance of doing though. You do get a refill, a full one. I didn't get a refill. Thought I'd get a full health and magic when I get here, but no. You only need 2 casts for Colossus, you get a full refill after him. I guess you're right. I'll just magic attack in the first encounter. Is encounter skipping okay in Oko? Yes. I'm finishing this tonight, man. I don't care. Why was it janky though? The enemy jumps on you and it's instantly just... Like if you're point blank with the enemy, it jumps right to you. It doesn't... Like it doesn't miss the jump. It's instant activation. I meant after the Colossus? Yeah, I know. I thought you meant before. Just God of War 3 does that with the second Leviathan. Or Hippocampus, whatever the fuck it's called. Tonight is the night? Yeah, that first thing was like a huge derust for us. We ain't stopping unless we beat the Oko, yes. Hypothalamus? I guarantee that as soon as I release my God of War 2 review, you'll beat the Oko a few days after. My feet. I would love to see your review because I love the God of War 1 review. Wait, you are IJP Mexican, right? I haven't gotten anything wrong here. Give me that. Is God of War Oko harder? No. I haven't played it and I know it's not. I'm IJP. Frank adores games. I love you! IJP Mexico! I have to watch the baby be back in like 30. Take care, man. Imagine how historic it's gonna be tonight. The Classico begins and ends and I'm still at the Oko. I think Kratos would be proud of someone beating the shit he beat without getting hit. That's why we're doing it. You know what I'd love? The other day I thought of some scenario that I'd love if it happened. If Cory Barlog collapsed with me, claps with me. If Cory Barlog claps me, you know what I mean? And like we both commentate on the Yoko, that would be interesting. I'd love to do that. It will be done by March. I don't know how you can make estimates on when a video comes out. I especially used to be able to at least make something. Like, at least tell you guys, yo, I'm working on this. It should be done by next week. But that stopped. That's rough, buddy. It's at the start. It's just 5 minutes. It's nothing big. Stop yapping and start blocking. There was no possible world where I could have blocked that arrow. It was frame perfect. The roll to get them on screen, and then what followed. They instantly shot while I was doing this and then trying to block. I guess that's how I remember it. It doesn't really matter. It is what it is. I'll get there in 5 minutes. Protocol Nightfall is in full effect. Yes, it is. Banger music, I am tired of it. Once you finish Yoko, we are gonna make a villain saga edit on you. The anger in your eyes, it's finally gone. At this point, I swear to God, it's no longer anger, man. It's just be done already. Like, it's dragging. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's just fucked up. It's not hard. I don't know the word to describe it. I just swear to God, it is not difficult to fucking play this game. It's just that any billions of things can just end the run so easily. Which God of War is the most iconic? God of War 2. I'd say it's either 2 or 3. They're both very iconic. 2, everybody remembers it greatly because it's generally like what an experience it is. 3 is the same, but people mostly remember the relentlessness of that game, the brutality, the kills, and I love that about God of War 3 very much. He kills everybody in that game. So when it comes to being iconic, it's 2, 3, and 4. These 3 games. I'd say 3. 3 is an easy bet. 2 is the old game everybody remembers playing as a kid and enjoying the boss fights. They were so big. 3 is like, it has bigger influence. But when you tell people, do you prefer 2 or 3? The majority, not the majority, I guess by a little bit, people will choose God of War 2 over God of War 3. But then again, these people remember the spectacles. For the most part, so a lot of them. I've been replaying God of War Ghost Spiral lately. Very good game, to be honest. Amazing mechanics. What can I say? Amazing mechanics and enemy design does that. Though some of the enemies really suck. I'd say 2. That's a fair choice to go with. 2 is iconic because of the Colossus and because, whoa, time travel. That's what people remember it for. It's great for billions of other things, but the general audience mostly remembers something else. Like, just back in the day of God of War 2, there weren't really games that were like God of War 2. What game was this big, this grand in 2007? There wasn't. Games would come out, action games, and they would be methodical, amazing, but not even like God of War 1 or 2. 2's music was very iconic, is very iconic. It's my favorite soundtrack in God of War, or in gaming. Like, it was so good, they reused 50% of it in God of War 3. A bit less, maybe not 50%. This music was so good that it wasn't enough to be in one game. It just wasn't enough to be in one game. They said, fuck it, we're gonna use in God of War 3 as well. Which, a very nice choice. They used Eastern Ramparts against the 2 Chimeras. They used the Glory Hole of Sparta against Hercules. Which fits better than any other using of the song in God of War 2.
Show no mercy! Die with honor! I will make you suffer!
But yeah, God of War 2. God of War 3 is a asset flip. What do you mean? The main games are simply so good. Yeah. The trilogy is amazing for a lot of reasons. Like, if you're a casual, you love revisiting them. If you're a mastery seeker, I guess, you love revisiting them because replayability is infinite in these games. Like, the cutscenes are unskippable, but there's very few cutscenes when compared to other games. Like God of War 2, if you use a manual save, like one manual save, there's just like an hour of cutscenes that you have to watch in your 6-hour run. God of War 3 is the same. Yeah, God of War 3 is the same. It's like an hour of cutscenes. Because like you skip the Poseidon fight, you end the game when you stab Zeus and Gaia and just skip 30 minutes. Because it's nothing, it's literally nothing. It's just, it's a story dump for people who love the story. That's what I love about God of War 3. It was like, okay, this huge finding oneself or whatever moment of Kratos. We're gonna care about the story folk. Let them have it. But we care about the gameplay folks as well. So it ends right there. That's the ending that is a huge walkie-talkie. You can just not play it. Which is amazing.
I will make you suffer! I am the god of war!
One is the most satisfying one to play. 2 is the most perfect. And iconic is 3 the most fun. 2 is the most perfect and iconic. 3 is the most fun. I find 3 to be the most everything. It feels good. It is iconic. And like, it's very satisfying to play. And fun to play. 3 is in a whole league of its own. Like, you would think that I would favor the first ever God of War I got to play. And with play, I underestimate how much I played this game. I used to play it a lot. Like, not even in the normal sense. So like, friends would come at me and they were like, dude, we're getting this new game. The entire neighborhood is playing it. It's called God Hand, right? And I specifically remember it. I'm like, the other day I was telling my friend who's a super casual. He doesn't even play video games anymore. I told him I'm getting into God Hand. This game is so good. And he was like, fuck. We left that game a decade and a half ago. You're now playing it. And like, he basically does not care that I go for mastery and all that. He doesn't even play games on the level that I do. And yeah, people would come up to me, yo dude, there's this game called Black. Yo dude, there's this game called Crash. Yo, there's this game called God Hand. There's this game called whatever, Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry got recommended to me at the time. I would only play God of War, and specifically only God of War 2. Like, God of War 1 is a game I played, but never near as much as I played God of War 2. I played a shit ton of God of War 2. That was a lot. And I would never play or touch up any other games. Just God of War was enough for me. God of War and Resident Evil 4. These two. Resident Evil 4 was the only one that rivaled God of War 2's quality for me at the time. And that is a game I played a lot of. That is a game that I played the hacked version of. There used to be a hacked version on the PS2. And like the original version without hacks. That is a game I played a lot. I played that game a lot. I remember also playing at easy mode, thinking, yo, this is better. You start with the shotgun. Dumb me not knowing that it's easy mode, of course. But man, those were the days. Resident Evil 4 and God of War 2. These two games were the highest of quality. They still are. God of War 1, of course, I would play it, but like, the platforming was way too hard for me. Like, I remember finishing it on very hard once and never touching very hard again. What sort of hacks? So, I don't know if you guys had this copy of Resident Evil 2 or Resident Evil 4. I actually don't believe you even had copies like this, ever. It used to be cheap copies that I would get for like $1. Because the games would get copied and you could buy them and all that. That was the same thing with Xbox 360 as well. The CDs would get copied. You could get a game for like $1. And it was called the Perfected Edition or whatever. I don't know how to translate it to Arabic. To English. From Arabic to English. But like generally you had infinite ammo and infinite health. And the game would crash if you died with a QTE or something. So even when it was basically a hacked version, you know, you could still die if Dr. Salvador or whatever his fuck is, he kills you with a chainsaw. Or if you get chased with a boulder behind you, you die and you don't actually die. Like, it's just Leon stuck on the screen lying down like this. Like Yamcha, but on his back. You're back here, what happened? Pegasus 2 happened. Just another day in the office. So yeah, that was a hacked version of Resident Evil 4. And for the longest, I still couldn't finish it. I was just way too scared when playing that game. The sound design of Resident Evil 4 is way too scary. Like, just like at the starting village section, the game has a lot of bass, high bass playing in the background. Ooh, shit like this happening. And it is scary. Like, I would pause every 10 seconds. It was very, very scary. Pausing, camping with the TMP. Even with infinite ammo, it was that scary. But the majority of my time was God of War 2. When I unlocked the fish, I laughed as fuck and instantly started a playthrough with it. I specifically remembered I wanted to start on very hard, but I unlocked it on normal. Like, that was the first thing that you see when you finish God of War 2. And it was funny. I instantly started a new game plus on normal with the fish. I was like, yo, you have all the things. Yeah, you have all the things. And my friends were all, none of them finished God of War at the time. I was like, yo, you finish it and you unlock this fish you can play as. It has a totally different moveset. Yeah, look, I'm doing some moves, and I would do some moves they never seen in their lives. Awesome days, man. And now we're here. Especially if it's like jobs that require on site. How are you? Thank you, man. I'm good. Although today I was having an anxiety attack at work. Just so many things came my way, like all at once. So somebody from some department would tell me something that I need to do. I do it, then it's not enough sufficient information that they gave me, and I have to go ask them. And I would go ask them, and they would delay the answer. And so as I came back to the office to wait for the answer that would come up like 20 seconds later, somebody else would ask me something. And I would get busy doing that, and then that other guy would come in and ask me something else. I got way too overwhelmed, man. It probably wasn't as big as I thought it was. And normally, naturally, nowadays, what I do is I just reflect alone. I go to a meeting room or whatever, sit alone in a big hall without any phone or anything. Basically shut it off. Just to recollect myself. But I never even had the chance to do that today. I did it way too late, at like fucking 7 hours into my shift, when it's 9 hours. I remember playing God of War 1 at 4 years old. Oh my, that was a days, man. I finally could play God of War in my home when I turned 11. It do be like that sometimes. I got hella stressed. I'm usually good under stress, but like, that was scary. You know, that head looks way bigger inside. You reminded me of a script that I wanted to write one day. I remember Dante bringing this up once. But like about Chronos. Pornos. Size inconsistency is heavily prevalent in God of War. Why did our dads let us play God of War when we were kids? I remember my dad walking in on me on the sex minigame in God of War 2. And it was right as the shot was panning into their boobs and shit.
I never lost faith.
And he just looked at it. Looked at me and I'm like this. As I pressed start to cycle between the weapons. And he just walked away. I remember almost getting caught with the God of War 1 threesome. These is so hard to see, I swear. You'll fail against Zesty, no need to waste 6 hours of your day doing that. Exactly, you're right. Well, at least he ain't gay.
To succeed, you will need more help from
My Titan brother slumbers deep inside his mountain.
These games.
Go. It is time.
These games are that masculine, yes. They get you laid, you know? I don't know how the God of War community didn't catch that Mimir's bejeweled eyes should have enabled him to see that Tyr was Odin. Okay, when you look that deep into it. I don't know, when I played God of War Ragnarok, I remembered very little of these details. I usually don't care about these little intricate details. Because you can always dig deep enough to try to justify the change. I just don't care. Why argue against it when it can get explained in God of War Ragnarok 2? Yo, Tyr couldn't be seen by Mimir's bejeweled eye because he was using He was using a use that you couldn't use as Mimir. That's why you couldn't see him the entire time. That's right, brother. Oh, I was wondering why I couldn't see him, brother. Like, I'm not about to hear it. I love these no-hit lives. Go on, Zesty. I don't love them. I want them to be over. AKA O-cover, you know. That's what we call it in the community. I just want it to be done. I swear to God, I just want this piece of shit to be done. Because it's not hard anymore. It's just tedious. It's overstaying its welcome. It's dragging. Using anti-head magic. Yeah. Like a true bussy. Thanks.
You do not have enough power to lift the fingers of the great Titan. You must free the Pegasus Prince. It is
When you restart this much, it starts to get not fun at all. Yeah, it's been 33 streams. God knows how many attempts in these streams. God knows how many attempts off the stream. Like, just end already. I'm good enough to finish it. I've proven that multiple times. It's only not happening because the game is bad. Or not because the game is bad. The game is bad to Oko. That's why it's bad. That's why it'll always be bad. Like, there's a thing with this challenge. It's now a challenge you beat and you're like, oh man, can't wait to go back and perfect it. Or like, man, I just no damaged this entire thing and it was totally worth it. At this time, at this point, just be over, man. Just be over. Don't give up. God of War 2 was so ahead of its time in storytelling. 2? 2? I expected you to say 1. Still working on the motivation and training. I'm inspired by these Okos after your victory in God of War 3. I'm going to do a Saga Oko of all 6 games. I just am scared to do it right now. No, don't do it. There's much better time investment than doing that. He's finally in the headspace now. You naturally need a heartbreaking L in your first attempt to really get in the zone. Lock in is what the kids call it nowadays. 2 story? No. 2 is amazing. And the story is simplistic. Way too simplistic. But it is very amazing because of the spectacle. The weight of everything. The gravity just of everything is just amazing. And it has baller moments. Like the last Spartan dying, Kratos time traveling to kill Zeus. Like this is just that quest alone. Just gets you wondering what's gonna happen at the end. Ooh, he just made it to the Sisters of Fate. You know, that type of stuff. There's a lot of plot holes. A lot of things that could have been handled better. But you don't care because of the spectacle. It's the same thing as Arkham City. Arkham City has a horrible story. But you don't care because of the spectacle. Because of the presentation, basically. The only easy Oko would be Chains of Olympus with its short 2-hour story. So give or take 5 or so attempts. There you go. The shorter the game is how easier the Oko is sometimes, I swear. Like a game could be very hard to Oko, but it's short. That game is better to Oko than a game that is, I'd say, simplistic to Oko, but it's long. Like God of War 2. This is the longest Greek game. And the one with the most encounters in all of Greek games. What do you do? Like this one's no upgrade run plus. Granted, like the encounter type differs from God of War 3. It doesn't mean that it's widely longer. But this game's no upgrade run plus commentary. Came out as 3 hours. God of War 3's no upgrade run plus came out as 2.5. That's 30 minutes. More encounters, sure. But the type of encounters are also long. Like the Phoenix Chamber, for example, has a long encounter. Stylish, man. 2 is longer than 3 and 1, I'm pretty sure. It is. It is longer than 1 and 3. But not just longer, it also has the most encounters, I believe. You know, that would be an interesting video. How many fights are there in God of War? Arkham City has a pretty solid story. It has way too many plot holes to be called solid. I'm gonna be honest. Like, look at it now. Revisit it now. Look at the story. Just a lot of faults. With the fake Joker. With the Protocol 10 thing. Just a huge disconnect happens at times that I don't know even how it missed me as a child. I actually know how it missed me as a child. I didn't care, and I still don't care. It's a hell of a spectacle. The weight of oh my god, I thought I died. This is the first time God of War 2 works on my side. I thought I died there. Oh my god. That is the first time just God of War 2 works in my favor. Pretty sure you can ask Big V and he can answer it from memory. Ask him of what? He continuously says 2 has the most bits. That means most encounters. Now that I'm thinking about it and talking about it, 1 has an encounter almost behind every corner you turn. But maybe I'm just remembering it as more than God of War 2. I love how the parry is not that punishing. And you can like set it up safely. It's not that small of a window to parry. Ask him about the length and encounter count. That's who I confirm with. I'm pretty sure I've heard it from him where he says God of War 2 is the longest. But like, I'm also speaking from experience. Like, the no upgrade on plus commentary of 2 does a number on God of War 3. Two has more encounters than 1? Pretty sure, yeah. Z or Zekai, only one right answer. Zekai. It has better voice acting and better pacing. Z is what I watched, of course. The entire 9 yards, 290 something episodes. Idiots! Behind you! And it's a picture of Goku with his bare ass. Wow, grab. I get uneven surfaces, but man, can you cool it off for a second? This is why I fight at the boundary and not in the wide open. You do not want to catch these hands with this uneven surface. I never watched it because I hate its art style. One Piece? One piece of poo? I never watched it too. But it's good. Something just can't be that good without any reasons. Something can't be the most selling without its reasons. Like it should. There should be something appealing about it. May just not be appealing to you or me. Goodness has nothing to do with popularity. Come on, be honest. So One Piece is that popular for no reason? It may be somebody's Dragon Ball, like it was, like Dragon Ball Z was for us, or Dragon Ball the original was for you. Even though like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z is like one and the same. It is literally the same thing. There is no such thing as Z. It is the same manga continuity. I guess it just got way too popular. And it happened after a hiatus. Would you take back shots from pornos? Chronos, honestly? Starts getting into a heated debate about whether he'd take it or not. I'm not saying it's unpopular for not. I'm saying popularity isn't the only criteria for goodness. Yeah. Thank you, Zesty. There's only one Dragon Ball. It is a huge misconception. Like, Dragon Ball Z is not a manga that starts with Volume 1. There have been versions made of that. After its popularity, of course. But generally, it is like Dragon Ball. It is Dragon Ball. There's only a DBZ manga for the translations. Toriyama wrote one series from start to finish. Yeah, here's another fact. It ended not just before, it ended way before a lot of you guys were born, or even before I was born. Like Dragon Ball Z ended. It has an ending, like an actual ending. You can fill in betweens. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make a change. You could do the same with Goku returning for the tournament in Dragon Ball, the first ever Dragon Ball, where he's all grown up. You could ideally make a series of where he's been when he was grown up. The ending of Z is the ending of Z. It's the ending of the thing. It's Dragon Ball is a thing and it ends there. Super fills in what's in between. And it has the Super and what comes after, of course, like Dragon Ball Z Broly, or the Granola arc, or Vignola arc, or Pandora, or whatever. Has the power of strengthening or weakening the ending of Z even further. So the Vegeta we see at the end is the same Vegeta that we're gonna see in the next 5 years or so beat somebody, I don't know, beat Frieza or whatever. It's the same him. Even Team 4 Star threw shots at this whole thing, though they do it mostly out of fun and love. Tetris puzzle, no one likes it. I like it as a thing that is so, you know, mythology this, mythology cool. I just don't like it on a replay, which I'm pretty sure that's what you mean, right? The replayability of that section is dog shit. It's the biggest piece of dog shit. Like, it's surprising. And they learned their lesson. Future God of Wars allow you to skip puzzles if you're not feeling like it, or if you get good enough, you just probably speed run through them. There is nothing actually slowing you down. You're constantly doing things. Like God of War 3, God of War 2, these games all have puzzles that are really good, really deep hits. But you can also skip through them. Like God of War 3 has that one ballista puzzle that you can just skip through. Just unlock the door and move on to the garden. God of War 2 has the Lachesis statue puzzle before fighting Lachesis. You can just skip it. It's a lot. It's a lot. Super is trying to change DB in the same way they changed God of War. They're trying to appeal to a different audience. Nah, they're trying to appeal to the audience that fell in love with DBZ. Except what they're doing is over fantasizing about it, which holds their creativity back, leading to them reusing concepts or reusing flat out characters. Like, it started amazing with Beerus, but then, oh, here's Frieza. Then they went a little different with the tournament. Actually, Dragon Ball Super goes way too nicely about the different stuff. Hold on. It just steps back on that decision a bit later, especially nowadays, with things coming out in the same formula as the Namek Saga or the Cell Saga. Literally Cell in that one Dragon Ball movie. And that's Pegasus too, bitch. Almost died the same way. I read it this time. That actually was a nice L. I hate L's at the Pegasus, but I'll take everything that teaches me something about God of War 2, and it's that from now on, just learn to react to what they do. If they attack, just iframe with the side dash. Probably. And this is over. That was stressful. It's not stressful anymore. It's constant ass. That is my trademark, activate rage in the air. I love when I discovered that when I was a kid. I was like, yo, I can activate rage during these amazing moments like this. Simple fact that you're in the game. Gamer Genki. Goten is my favorite character, but they need to use him more. If he and Trunks trained, they could easily get Super Saiyan God. Don't expect media to go that far. Back in the DBZ days, Toriyama was totally fine with like... But even then, actually, he was fine with killing off Goku, right? Twice, thrice, I don't know how many times he dies. And he was, even back then, trying to move on to Gohan, and it never happened. It started out as happening. The Buu Saga starts out way too cute and fun. With Gohan as the main character now. This is his story. This is what's going on. But then I guess due to backlash. And like you guys don't... You probably do. When you have a media in the mainstream, it's no longer just yours. You gotta follow the waves. Get influenced by the waves. And get forced by the waves. You know how much... what's the company? Shonen Jump, yeah. You know how much these guys influence the media you love nowadays or the media you hate nowadays because of certain reasons? You may dislike something that happened in an anime you like and it happened all out of nowhere and was very sudden. 5 times out of 10, it's Shonen Jump's fault. They force their authors to do stuff sometimes. Araki and JoJo wanted to... I don't know, like, the whole influence, the whole, you know, push to make a female JoJo for part 6 was from Shonen Jump. Or like, wait, he wanted to make a female JoJo, couldn't because Shonen Jump told him only 16-year-old boys read JoJo. So he couldn't make it then. Like, Giorno Giovanna, Alpha's favorite animation. Giorno Giovanna was supposed to be a girl. Like you can see it in the design, and it's been said for like God knows how many years. And basically, you get told what to do, and then you start doubting yourself, and it's a whole world of things. I've been there. The moment you turn into a creator, you would understand this. Like, I understand this on this level that I'm at. Or that I've been at like 3-4 years ago with YouTube and all that. You get influenced, or sometimes you get forced to get influenced to do something in your content. It happens with every content creator. Female JoJo wouldn't work because only gay men read JoJo. There you go, Hyper. That's how we want to hear it. Just like, we don't want that fucking deep ass... Yo, Shonen Jump this, that. Shonen jumped his ass. I'm gonna be right back in a minute.
For there lies your path to the Sisters of Fate.
Why do you aid me, Gaia?
Zeus must be stopped, Kratos. The story of revenge has been told before. You know of the mighty Titan Kronos. So fearful was Kronos of the Oracle's prediction that his own children would rise against him, that he decided to imprison them all in his belly. Rhea stood by and watched as her children were devoured one by one. But when the time came for the last of her children to be eaten, she was unable to bear another such loss, and devised a trick to save the baby Zeus. Rhea commanded the eagle to secret her son away. He was taken to an island far beyond the watchful eyes of Kronos. It was I who cared for him. It was I who kept him safe. I nurtured his desire to free his brothers and sisters from Kronos. But my foolish act of compassion would haunt the Titans forever. For in sparing Zeus, we allowed him to return to us with vengeance in his heart. He betrayed all of the Titans for the sins of just one. The sins of his father, Kronos.
We are hella back, hella back, hella back. I really think he queefing off screen, lads. That would be Atlas queef. Shit, we got in this game we got very nice magic attacks. We got the Atlas queef and the Pornos rage. So like, what else could you ask for, really? The blood of Pornos serves him well. Alpha's favorite animation. Why is he sprinting like that? That dog has no chill. None. Zero. Nero the hero, zero. Underrated banger of a song in this section? True. Why did you mate with me, Gaia? You question her? Can you alt OH dogs? No. You can alt Orion's Harpoon a lot of enemies. Just not the dogs. You can do it for the dogs of the Cerberus though, the little puppies. You can do it for harpies. You can do it for sentries, undeads, and that's about it. Oh, the nymphs as well. In God of War 3, you can only do it to the harpies. And only with the blades. And God of War 2 has the most 360 tosses ever. It's the one where he spins an enemy and tosses him like that. And he does it on the harpies, he does it on the undeads. He does it on a lot of enemies. The Cerberus Seed. Hey, let's God of War Ascension her, you know? Good to see you pass the horse. It is always the best thing. It's a huge motivator to keep on going. 3, 4, 5. Shoot this one to cancel her thing and grab. A full collision and 5 Typhon's Bane is what it takes to get one to circle. Here's the flying cannonball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shut up. Grab. I'm eating cheesecock? I see. The ass of Zeus is no longer your concern. This is your hoe, not yours. No. This is my war. Not yours. No way bro named himself Dr. Diddy. Who did? You were just a... You were...
The steeds of time.
A gift from the great Titan pornos.
His unsuccessful attempt to gain the favor of the Sisters of Fate.
The steeds of time. A gift from the great Titan pornos. Oh, you're old, man.
And change the destiny which the Oracle.
No pornos, Jinx? None. Okay, this time I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna put my controller on my giant cock where the L2 gets pressed while Kratos is on the rope in an automated traversal section, and he apparently decides to fall, and it's consistent, by the way. We learned not to put the controller on our giant cocks, by the way. You learn a damn thing every day. Don't press L2, of course. Automated platforming is dangerous in this game. It's that edgy. Yo, we made a bunch of enemies with a bunch of body armor. Like, you wouldn't believe it, man. Like it's insane. You know what I mean? Like, nope. Triangle, square, triangle for the deep hit. Boom, boom. Keep on blocking the third one. Hold triangle, let go of L1, and he does the uppercut. Beep. Boom, 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 bam. No thanks, bro. This punish is consistent, and I found it. And I feel proud to this day. I learned about this launcher punish in God of War 3. See why this Oko is getting annoying? We're fucking repeating ourselves for every single story we tell and every single story in the Oko, basically. If that even makes sense. Hello? Shoot him slowly so that he doesn't start shooting back. And so that all your arrows connect. Otherwise, he's leaning downwards, your arrow might not connect and hit his feet. We're gonna shoot him with 24 right here in this first round. Then we get into this safe spot. P. Diddy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really? Cancel them out of their charge. This is dangerous. I almost died. The conditions to get this jank, you gotta be zesty. B, it has to be God of War 2. And C, it has to be an Oko. I've seen some jank I haven't seen in a decade and a half of God of War 2. On like every platform as well. Like I've seen some jank in this Oko. Not on the PS2, not on the PS Vita, not on the PS3, not on the phone. One, 2, 3, 4. Now he needs 28 more. And then he'll eat the cake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Invisible pillar cast, gotta love it. This is why audio cues matter. Generally, I've always been good at just getting a read on them when they happen. Like, even if it's for a split second, I see it appear on the ground and I dodge it. It's a very well made attack. A literal 10 out of 10 magic attack from a boss fight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 21 arrows left. One, 2, 3, 4. "21 arrows, that's a lot. That's almost a full magic bar left to get his ass down." Warning from MGR: in the elevator at R04. Do not use any attacks after entering the elevator. Your hitbox reaches the enemies behind the wall when the game crashes. I almost failed because I read that. I just shot 6 of those, so 15 more arrows left. I'll forget that info. I shouldn't read it like this. That's the second time this motherfucker has blocked my collisions. Bro is edging us with his close calls. Only that was a close call. Damn, that's crazy. That's one answer I can give to a discovery or something. Way too late to start that up. Whole lot of improv in this fight. It does not get linear even when you're very, very good. Don't forget the numbers on the back, Mr. Right. Stop reading, lol. The sound of the projectile hitting the foe is like a queef sound. It. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's done. I thought 14 was about to finish it, but 13 did. So I would have still shot that last arrow that was left too. Talk to her. Don't even want to imagine how much guilt I would have to live with if my comment would be the distraction to cause this to do. Did you ever find an excuse to dropkick someone, by the way? Or, you know, you had this fantasy that one day, or, you know, that disappointment that you'll never get to dropkick somebody, totally justified. Like nobody would come in and say, you know, you shouldn't have done that, man. That was too mean or anything. Everybody praising you for dropkicking someone square in the fucking face. And I understand it, but did you ever get to dropkick somebody? Which phone do you use? It's a Samsung Galaxy. Did the Oko affect your view on God of War 2? Because I feel like you hate the game much more after the Oko. No, I just hate the Oko process. I don't hate God of War 2. Who can hate God of War 2 with such solid mechanics and encounters and bosses? And movement, generally. I hate God of War 2's inconsistency now more. And its jank is more apparent to me. But mainly, I hate God of War 2's Oko. Which means nothing in the grand scheme of things. Dropkicked my brother once for annoying me. So like a straight up sprint into a dropkick. That's what you did? That's what I'm talking about. That's why the rap game fell off. And finally we have some downtime now. Did you complete Oko for other God of War games? Yes, for God of War 3. Without upgrades, because I was too greedy with upgrades. I dropkicked my wife because she said I couldn't have another brewski. Honestly, yeah. That is a scenario right there that is totally justifiable. Pornos rage, we got it. Said Vara does it better. Does what better? Exactly, speedrunning. What am I? Hint, not a speedrunner. Exactly, what is Sadvara? Hint, a speedrunner. What does he do better than me? Hint, a speedrun. What am I? Hint, a blue eyes white dragon. It's a loophole, basically. Dropkick Diddy because he had no oil for me? That's justifiable. Yeah, that's amazing. Kudos. Why not? No upgrade with this Oko. Because no upgrade 1 plus in God of War 2 is harder than God of War 3's no upgrade 1 plus. The vanilla though is easier than God of War 3's no upgrade 1. The vanilla of God of War 2 is easier than the vanilla of God of War 3. Way easier. It's just that it has sections that don't give a fuck about your vanilla. With vanilla, I mean like upgrading things and being able to do everything. There are just sections that don't give a fuck about your vanilla. The walls, the Hands of Death wall section after getting stabbed by Zeus. The Pegasus sections. These don't care about your... Like, if these two sections didn't exist in this game, this Oko would have been done. There would have been much more advancement, much quicker learning, Much more attempts where we actually made it into the schmeat of the game rather than getting roadblocked by basic run killers. I'm telling you, the shit kills runs. Just wow. If I failed there, that would have been like the highlight of the year, because I would have definitely kicked my monitor with that. There's some stuff that haven't happened in this world, and some people better be thankful that some stuff haven't happened. Imagine if I kicked my monitor. Like, have you ever heard on the news somebody kicks their monitor through the wall? Police say he was angry because, based on our reports, quote unquote, he was angry because he took damage. Ladies and gentlemen, he kicked his monitor as we see in the replay, and it's just me kicking my monitor instantly, just destroying the entire setup. You don't hear that everywhere. You've seen clips of people punching through their monitors, but have you seen anybody kick their monitor? He improvised for a second and the game threatens him immediately. Exactly, man. Feet reveal? Yeah, to the TV, Scorpy. The TV will get introduced to my feet, and it will be all the more glorious. Did anyone complete God of War 2, Oko? I don't think so. Though the last stream, somebody told me that a player started God of War 2 Oko of himself, and I'm interested in seeing that. At this point, it's a race. Who gets it first? Just push any. What if I do this? And you should be fine. Let's give these guys more armor than Zeus. What could possibly go wrong? I'm just kidding. I love this enemy type. They are open to hit properties when they are in their attacking animation. So fret not, I am not just blindly attacking. Enemies at the foreground start manifesting in the game code way before they're actually visible. So like these guys may not be fully on screen, but like a slight pixel of them might be on screen, or even not totally on screen. And they just can swing if they want to, if they feel like it. This camera is so jank. No, the camera's fine. By God of War 2, they nailed... Did they nail the camera? Yeah, I can't think of a problematic spot in God of War 2 where the camera is dumb. There are some spots I could think of, but it's nothing grand. You can adapt and never put yourself in that position. Sure, there's already 10 different God Over 2 Oko video streams out there on YouTube.
You must return to the island.
On easy?
Your journey to the Sisters of
Is
Fate
it?
has only just
Isn't it harder on easy? I don't know. Then now that I think about it, like, why do I have a feeling this guy's gonna end the run today? He's gonna land on something, restart his animation. I'm gonna false grab him rather than Orion's Harpoon, and then I'm gonna die by him slapping me in the face. It didn't happen, whatever, we win. I'm thinking about how much harder this game would be on easy to do an Oko for. Like how much harder the Pegasus section would be. I guess the enemies would die with way too little slaps. Since like on easy, your red orbs are at 100%. They're not, you know, they're not reduced because of the very hard difficulty. Don't go with the collision stock or I'll slap you with my sock. You should have said with my cock, but like, I never expected anything from you anyways. It's the aggro, you fool, and the low HP. Don't Pegasus enemies still fire off quick? And what about the hands? For some reason, I just think these things have the same level of aggro. That's very hard. Especially the Pegasus section. The sock has the remains of the cup. I should stop. You ever find that one sock that you didn't know you have, and it's in the middle of winter and you really want to put it on, but you're not sure which side is the correct side, so you just come inside it anyways and throw it away? That's the exact reason I started this Oko. I wanted that to stop. Probably, but not right away. Maybe a year or two. You made the cardinal sin of writing down a paragraph and then mentioning the guy you're talking to, which led to me reading it, and now I have failed all matter of sanity. What? Bro, what? What are we talking about? Don't you guys love shock factor humor? I don't. Did you do yoga before this attempt too? I never did yoga again, man. I'm just hitting the gym. I'm planning to get these rope thingies. It's not a rope, it's like elastic, plastic elastic. Mr. Fantastic. It's made out of plastic. It's a thing for triceps. So rather than me buying the rope thing that is in the gym, I can just do that for my triceps, because I feel like the advancement on my triceps is way too weak. I do it with the dumbbell. I've been working out with the dumbbell for like 2 months now. And what I've been doing this entire time, although recently a friend of mine called Zig, he told me of a exercise that's really good, which is like you get down on the bench, which in my context it's the mat that I have, a rolled up mat. I use it as a bench. It's very, very awesome. For the bench press where I do this, I do it like this, like start here, then rise up, and it's very good for the triceps. It is amazing. That and another exercise, which is basically, you know, doing doing this, you start like this, then you take the dumbbell behind you and you just do this. And then you come back to your daily routine of, you know, I'm not gonna say what animation you do when you you know. But not seriously, the dumbbell behind the back with like both hands. As I said, you use the technique rappers use it when holding a mic. With both hands. And what I do is I attach one low weight to one side of the dumbbell. So like it has like one 2 kilogram side to it. Or 2 pounds. I don't know what the fuck. Like on one side. On the other side is full of heavy ones, so that I can have a better grip on the lower side and just just suck the cock without any disturbance. Did I take these things? I did take these things. Bro showing his chat some deep hits tech. The sick tech. I miss that meme of the sick tech. Sick tech. With like both C at the end. You talking about tricep extensions? Yes, that's what they're called. I basically did 50 different animations of things called something else. Something else? Other than calling it what it is. Tricep extensions. I'm not good with naming things. Or with names to things in general. You grow up with 3 languages. You don't know what politics of what country you follow of the language. You don't know what news to follow, what celebrity to follow, what culture to follow, basically. Like half of my days I talk in Kurdish, the other half is all in English. Better grip is a must. You gotta really grip it. And I just earlier in the stream I said, dude, imagine a commentary with Corey Barlog, and it's like me and him. I'd be like, here's how the advertisement is gonna go. Yo, dude, remember the game you made like 20 years ago that we still haven't gotten a remaster for because your publisher is a fucking cunt? Dude, let's make a commentary. It's gonna be parted. It's gonna be 5 hours. You're gonna love it. It's your game pretty much mastered. And then we reach this section and I'm like, yeah, I decided to I muted the video here because it doesn't work, Corey Barlog, so please excuse us. Yeah, you know, yeah, the stream kind of crashed here in this part where we do this puzzle. Yeah, don't mind me doing this. I'm just talking about, you know, triceps extensions. I'm not good with naming things. Like, it wasn't clear already with the name Zesty. No, I didn't name myself Zesty. It was... Am I about to share the story again for the 50th time in the 50th Oko and the 50th stream of the Oko? I was young, just getting into Xbox Online. It's fresh 2014-ish, the end of it. Anyways. My friend says, yo, since you got your Xbox Online, since JTAG does not have online here, they take out the chip. I'm gonna give you this account, and you can play for a month. You know, put it on my cap, basically. And I get the account, and it automatically makes a name for me, and it's Zesty Warp 7G. And my gamer tags for my gamer games have always been that ever since. Zesty Warp 7G. It's a very beautiful name, especially in the sea of usernames at the time with like XX Black Ghost, Black Hunter, Black Killer usernames. Black Assaulter. XXX Black Empire Ghost Killing Black Guy. About what you'd get in these Xbox lobbies. Lobby snobby, probably oddly. I left the boar hanging. I can kill the senator with my bare hands. Yes, please kill him for me. This Black Killer? Yeah, these names. Don't you guys know him? Black Ghost. Black Fuck. It's all sorts of names. We usually would use these guys for collisions, but you can't have fun in an Oko. Any more boars? Heal this. They brought back Heal this Vini? Deep hit. 1, 2, 3 rolls. Then you start cooking up your other grenade. Drop it on his ass and miss. Cook your grenade. Do your shit. Boom. Deep hit. 2, 3. Deep hit. 2, 3. Run a little bit. Then charge up the other one. Rinse. And recream. Rinse and eat that ass. Hey, hold on, that's better. I found a better... Wow. Come at me, come at me, come at me. Please, 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 yeah. So instead of just starting it from this far away, just start it like this. Oh my god, I'm not doing that. They have the same sprint animation as Kratos. This means that they are Spartans, but like... I love how God of War Ragnarok just has enemy bestiary and it just explains the Minotaurs. And just so nonchalantly says, when Ares bred these monsters, they were like, and I was like... I'm sorry, Ares did what? Are we just gonna leave that there? I'm sorry, Ares did a what? He bred those Minotaurs? How? Anyways, the strat here is get Sons of Horse. Sprint both of them. Then you catch both of them with the Conolingus attack, which is this one. Boom. 2, 3. Yes. 1, 2, 3. Cook up your grenade. One, 2, nah, we're cornered, whatever. I wanted to grab that other guy as well, but this is an Oko and you can't take risks. Risks. You can't take risks. Risks. I'm tweaking if I think that bloom would ever reach. This encounter is scary, that's why I'm not looking at the chat. You should look at my earlier attempts of the Oko. I didn't even read. I didn't even talk. Just boost up the audio and focus on the game. Me being the Chad I am nowadays, I'm not scared. I'm not afraid to take a stand. Everybody, come take my hand. We walk this road forever. Through the storm, whatever, run. Oko. Just letting you know that you are alone. Holla if you restarted another run. Yeah, I just can't keep living this way. So starting this day, I'm choosing myself. Standing up, I'ma face my demons. I'm manning up, I'ma hold my ground. I've had enough. Now I'm so fed up. Time to do some deep hits in God of War 3 right now. It was my decision to get clean. I did it for me. Admittedly, I probably did it subliminally for you. So I could come back up to me, you could see me through. I've been through the ringer from taking the little to the middle finger. I think I got a tear in my eye. I feel like the kinga. Ringer, something. Palms are sweaty. Yo, this Palms are sweaty rapper is amazing. He's white. He's not like these black guys. I don't know. Have you guys seen that ad from Japan This black dude comes and talks to the lady. She washes him, apparently. Question mark. Please don't be the case. Oh, cool. Very hard. I would say with infinite magic, but I'd like to see Hades' arms and Pegasus too. Guys, kick that Dante out. I know he might be a mod. I don't know what idiot made him a mod. Zesty Lamar over that's Zest Eminem or something. Don't stop, I'm about to finish my Diddy. I'm not about to be diddled with and just watch it happen. Is bro using autotune on live stream? You know Sonic 3 movie wasn't bad at all. Is this the second attempt? This is the fourth? The third or the fourth? I believe we died a couple of times at the prologue or whatever. Counting real big attempts, this is like the third, I believe. You have never read DMC4 enemy files then. Agnes bred fishes with blades. Sure, but like I'd expect that from Agnes. His name is Agnes, for God's sake. Ares? The god of war? Mr. NWA? Brett? Fuck a cow or something. You yourself bred those? By the gods, it is true.
I have fought my way through the guardians of Hades and crawled my way out of the fires of torment to change my fate. And for my efforts, the sisters shine their light upon me,
Delivering the very object of my vengeance, Kratos, the servant of Ares. Do you remember that day, Spartan? I will never forget that day. Okay, we've seen enough. Oh, whoa. I meant to lower the audio. Imagine if I played the entire fight like this. Fat Brett is seething. Mog of the Forgotten. Let's start. This guy has 6 breakpoints that he has to reach before we can knock him down from the horse. That's 1. He kind of trembles and stumbles like that. That's 2. Don't you ever charge at me that up close, you son of a fuck. There you go. Now that's an angle to charge at. I can just, you know. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. And he's done. You're still playing? I told you this is the night. Hit him with the ish. I doubt that works. So these guys, I let them grab me if they want to. Since it's like when I reverse it, it's a 360 like this. You don't want to target Alric himself. More like target the other undeads that he breeds, quote unquote. So yeah, there's no harm in them grabbing you. Just reverse it. There's no... Thankfully, by the way, thankfully, there's no activation damage on that bitch. Breeds another 4. Keyword breed. It's a nice get out of jail free card. A get out of jail free card. Good boy.
No, not you again.
Dun, dun. Ush, ush, ush. I miss fighting this guy normally, man. And with normally, I mean tricking and whatnot. I did ask miss fighting this guy normally. Anomaly. When the camera does this weird gas perspective, I switch sides. Hit confirm? Yes, sir. And that's what was left of that fight. I'm almost done with him. Nah. Got that shit. And that's that. I'll be right back. Hold on a second. Time to fail the Oko against a couple of boars. Bro's playing while pissing. Go. No. My mother came in and I talked to her. I thought he left before killing the enemies. I had a heart attack. Oh, no. That would have been hilarious though. I would have been back and like, no! But Zemlas! These fuckers have no business with this much armor. We get it, God of War 2. You're trying to be hard with your artificial difficulty. I get it. You armor for every enemy. You don't have to. I'm looking at you too, God of War 2, God of War 1. You too, God of War 3. What the hell, man? Don't forget to like the stream, good fellas. I'm pretty sure nobody would forget. I wouldn't go that far. It's good that we still going. It is every run is great if we make it past Pegasus. Even else, I don't appreciate them and I get all emotional and I feel like, you know, like I just lost custody to my child or whatever. But every run beyond Pegasus 2 precisely is a run for the ages. Like, it's such a nice run. Always. Now, beep, beep, boop. Beep, beep, boop. Beep, beep, boop. This is my favorite section, but it has one part that is very difficult to Oko. They're taking him to the grape dungeon. I want all of them to get a bit closer. I'm not attacking from there. I'm not getting petrified because the draw animation of the Typhon's Bane gives iframes. Sorry for the lack of demonstration of the whole amazing thing. It's called triggering. I don't use it because it's dangerous in Dioko. And it's forgiving. You have like a lot of frames where you can't take damage. It works against unblockables as well. I feel like I should explain it because I haven't been using it. Just stand in place, boom, before getting hit. Or in the air. Hold it in the air. And if you shoot, you lose the iframes. But the idea is pretty clear. Uneven surface, please. Watch me die. What? Oh my god, the moment I see a road bump nowadays, I'm afraid. My god. Are you going to use Might of the King? Hey. So there's a meme recently about Might of the King Shockwave. You know how it doesn't connect to the enemy sometimes? Like the fire, this is like one of my favorite specials, but it is very, not very, a little buggy. And it's only a problem in the Yoko. Otherwise, like, I don't give a fuck if I get tagged while using this. The fuck? Matter of fact, I don't give a fuck about, matter of fact, fuck. I don't care about no damage at all. It's just that Oko is a grand goal and I love having big goals in life. But anyways, this attack is called Might of the King Shockwave. And there's a recent meme that Kira made. And he calls it Might of the King Shockwave because it might connect. The fire, it may or may not connect. That's why it's called Might of the King Shockwave. It has a deep attack, by the way. Have I told you? Doing it from up close on an enemy, the hammer itself bonks the enemy and the fire goes off, you know. So it's a really great thing. God of War 2 has the best side weapons special attacks overall. Bring his ass down, attack him once and Orion's Harpoon infinitely. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bait his kick attack, dodge it. Go towards him. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Bait the kick attack, dodge it. Bonk, bonk. Come over here where this guy spawns. Give him the twist of fate. Hold triangle while you do this. Boom. Do a bunch of these. Wait for this idiot to come in and he's gonna demonstrate something. This attack does not damage, it only guard breaks. Though it looks like it damages, but it doesn't. Yeah, this encounter is very linear. It's been going very nicely. I think it has gone wrong once, and when it goes wrong, it is very, very, very easy, thanks to grabs. No grab run plus, though, is a different story. What a challenge run, honestly. No grab run plus, no upgrade run plus. Grabs are dominant throughout. Grabs are dummy mommies throughout God of War. And when you take that away, you just have to improvise with your other tools. Have you ever bought a property in Egypt? No. I swear it wasn't me. I swear it was my friend. No grab run plus, no upgrade run plus, clone or especially. Hyperfish. Like I'm scared of fighting here. 1 second something could happen. I'm just expecting jank to happen nowadays. Just because see these little couple of rocks on the ground right there? That's scary, because I might, like, do something where, and then Kratos does a fallen animation and his block stops. I stopped trying to test God of War 2, even in the slightest. It takes 5 arrows to bring them down. This will make sense in a second, as with everything. We skip the encounter with Wraith. We don't fight a single Wraith. The original Wraith anyways, in God of War 2. We only fight the Wraith's Asphodel. Here's the best special attack, but only when it feels like it. In the Yoko it matters. In other runs it doesn't matter. And especially in the Yoko it doesn't matter if it doesn't connect. Since you're like, you press start and you cycle cancel anyways. But still, it is a horrible flaw that I have to rely on another secondary to get the best out of the move. I'm tiered as fuck. How's Real Madrid? I'll never get used to saying Real Madrid. My entire life I've said Real Madrid. So no, don't expect me to ever get used to saying Real Madrid. It's fake as hell. I've always said Real Madrid, and I don't give a fuck about your politics, basically. Should I go on? Ah. We better get the hell out of here. This place is out for my blood. I was right below the rock. How did he shoot? What part of the game's rules allow that? Bro's gonna die at some point in this run. I'm gonna die in real life, not in the run. Guys, what the fuck, mate? What an awesome attack. Just like work like this every time and you can have my baby. Does the R1 here cancel animations? Hey. The cancel that never was. God of War 2 jank is practically unmatched at this point. I still have yet to approach God of War 1 in a single segment form and actually this time care about its jank. Because, let's be honest, jank is in every game. I'm just gonna say though, God of War 2, from what I've seen, from experience, and not pulling this totally out of my ass or anything, has way more jank than God of War 3. So I don't know how I don't know in the top 3 where God of War 1 is gonna stand. The idea here is to use Chronos Rage when 2 of them are on the platform, and just the hammer when one of them is on it. Like boom, boom, and he's out. Boom, boom, he's out. The fuck? Hell's that air escape? I only allowed because I'm not even surprised anymore, I swear to God. I used to be a pure virgin, looking at these things going wrong, being like, what? No! What the hell, dude? Dude. Dude, did you see that enemy? Dude, did you see that enemy just restarted in the air? Dude. And now I'm just like... Now when that happens, it's a fart attack instantly. When Zesty rages, I wonder if his neighbors can hear him scream, what? Of course. We've gotten some notices. Not really. This ain't America. This is America. Don't get you flipping, no. That's a safe spot. This is a sleep spot. When he sleeps, we approach the safe spot. We attack on the safe spot. You'll never get a better explanation than this in the entire business. And I keep doing the first heavy cancels of the hammer so that I don't get pushed back. Most jank to least jank is 2, then 1, then 3. Though what type of jank is relevant though? Non-combat ejection. I'm you know the jank, okay? I don't need to make a video script about what jank matters and what jank doesn't matter. Jank that disrupts the combat, basically. That is the most hurtful. That is the most hurtful, unfaithful, cheating husband ever. Nah. Give him the chiropractic adjustment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Grab kill him. Then we can race to the end and beat the sentries behind us. There's a couple of sentries behind us. We make it to the platform. We drop as early as we can. This guy attacks. Punish him. Chiropractic adjustment. You know it. Is it even jank though? What isn't? This fire not connecting is jank. The ample amounts of uneven surfaces that still surprise me to this day. I'm fine if you have uneven surfaces. I'm just gonna learn to not fight in places where the floor might be uneven. But when it makes up 50% of the game, come on. And that's still fine. But finding new ones in 2024, 5, before GTA 6, like, you're getting ridiculous at this point. What do you mean I cannot dropkick my manager? Rightfully. I go over there so that these guys die with the crusher. Break the door with BH from here, Sonny. Of course. Good man. Yes. So... None of these orbs matter, by the way. I just look cool while breaking these statues. The DM cuck in me will never leave. I want to dropkick someone. You, come on, that's mean. Spear him from out of nowhere. Lift with your beautiful feet, young Spartan. He's probably 30 around this game, right? Like 30 something. Damn. This is what I'm gonna look like when I turn 30? Damn. Then why did people complain all the damn time, you know? Imagine Kratos with man boobs. Nah, it's all pecs. Nah, man. Get up. Is Oko alive? It's not like Zesty to him. First of all, who are you? Second of all, who the fuck are you? I just realized I haven't played GTA 5 since it was released. As in, you played it but never replayed it, or you never played it. I haven't played GTA 5 ever. What the hell is wrong with you guys? Like right after Mario 64, I'd say Grand Theft Auto 5 is like the best platformer on the platformer. The best platformer on the platform. And I put that on game. She dies when she hits that. When she hits this. For anyone wondering, yo dude, he's using wall hacks! Nah, she just dies with that crusher. I always send her towards that crusher because I have a crush on her and I crush her, get it? That's bars right there. You know, it crushes her when you use the crusher to crush her. Have you ever crushed on somebody so bad you crush her with a crusher? Like me personally, when I was, I remember I was 49 years old. I crushed my crush with a crusher because I crushed her. Like that crush was very sugar crush, Candy Crush. Have you played Candy Crush? I crush her with my crusher. I should be a rapper, you know? The rap game is not the same without me. Please lock in, I can't. You're forgetting the part that this is a 3-hour mark in the stream. Yeah, it's over 3 hours. When it's over 3 hours, it's over 9,000! What? 9,000? You gotta be kidding me! Shut up! 9,000? Shut up! Is the mic working? It's over 9,000! She flashed him and he crushed on her stone hard. We crushed the crush with a crusher because we crushed her. Therefore, she is the crushee and I am the crusher. Who's Usher? Let's focus. Hocus pocus. Let me focus. Hocus pocus. Water butter. Stop weeping, sunshine. Bet you didn't expect that. Like literally every joke in the stream. Adapt in 2024. Shit, what next? You're gonna use a spinner? A fidget spinner next? What's next, Zesty? The sick tech, where is it? I'm looking for it. I couldn't find any sick tech in my sick tech game. The run trivializer. Golden fleas, or as I'd like to call it, the Gorgon trivializer. Or, an even better one, Gorgon's please. As in, you know, Gorgon's please. Because it literally trivializes them. Boom, boom, ba 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 boom. Make the careful jump. A coughing baby versus a nitrogen bomb. Now we're not done. We need to do the whole roundabout. Do the revisit. Bro missed the memo about New Year. Homies is living in the past, sad. Remember the playground marble game? Knock your friends' marbles, get their marbles. Fun times. No, I don't remember that. It's getting queefy in the chat. The Atlas queef is is at an all-time high today. This backtrack is necessary for one golden fleece and one golden fleece, one phoenix feather, and one Gorgon's eye. Gorgon's eye KSI, you know, the one that KSI made for the game when he was like what, 6? That Gorgon's eye KSI, you know. This backtrack is fairly easy, unless some cool gamer moment happens in God of War 2. Atta boys. I mean girls. Whatever the fuck you are. I'm in the thick of it. Yeah. Are you in the thick of it? Great. Does everybody know? Awesome. Where's my crown? Where's my bling? Always drama. What the fuck is this guy doing there? Hold up. Thought? I've never seen that guy there. They usually drop into the... What is below me exactly? Oh, that's Gaia's period blood. I see. I was wondering where I've seen this before. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why 99.9% of the viewers are 16-year-old males in this chat. Like, find one masculine Viking in the chat. You cannot. Tomato juice. Why am I coughing? There are new viewers in the chat. Whatever happened to Shane? Shane McMahon. So here, we do this again, but against some enemies this time. The utility for this special attack is just off the roof. Three hits. What the hell is going on over there? Bonk. I love this attack. There. I got a bald one. I got a bald one. I can feel him getting hit. There. Do you hear that, brother? Hey, I ruined him. Yeah, whatever, let's go. Okay, I cleared them all. Usually there's a very challenging encounter in here. The ground moves and yada yada yadas. But no, we cool. On to a really good part of the Mog of the Forgotten. You're cheating. He's a cheater. Everybody, Zesty is a cheater. Why? Was a man too cheatful to skip a cutscene? Basically, the context for this, which a lot of people don't know, is I installed a mod for God of War 2 that allows me to skip cutscenes. It's not like a literal mod. You don't need a jailbroken PS3. I have the video on my channel, how to skip cutscenes in God of War 2. And he was saying I'm cheating because I'm skipping cutscenes. What part of skipping cutscenes is cheating? Like, I don't get it. This gauntlet, we gotta be fast for it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, block. See, normally I would Might of the King shockwave, but it has a huge chance of not connecting. And when it doesn't connect in a run like this, where we're pretty much punished by going back to the start, it's not so sweet. Jump with your back to the ladder and start blocking. We want to drop here as fast as we can and shatter as much statues as we can, usually 3. It's alright. You made everything alright. No, you're not supposed to back away. A Spartan warrior, even if he's an undead, never lets his back hit the ground. There you go. Keep coping. Whew. Bro's locked in right now. It's a very hard encounter. And it sometimes drags like this. The longer an encounter goes on, the harder it gets. Just like me, you know, I get hard. Casey, you're damn magic, bro. Casey? What do you mean? Oh, Cast! What happened to the New Year's resolution of never making a typo? Also, what magic? I don't have any powerful magic until, like, you know, 5 minutes from now when I get Uriah's head. Going for that QTE may be risky after failing 2 QTEs in Oko. I'm gonna be honest, I almost failed that third button press. I've gotten way worse at doing QTEs recently. The typos be typing, you know them. I learned to hit confirm, asshole. Okay, that's something we're never gonna do again. Spine breaker. What did you do? Why did you do that fall animation again? What was that? Who's the best MK character of all time? I don't know. But I do know one thing. I really got something urgent come up. I gotta go. Somebody's getting banned right now. Look, I can go now, or I can go after the Sisters of Flight, or I can go actually right now. Yeah, another the Might of the King's Shockwave feeling zesty. Double orbs, yay. Was that really double orbs? There's an uneven surface here, like here. This like the G spot right here. One of these rolls will fail. Rolls don't fail me now. There, see that? Explain this. Explain that, Corey. In the middle of the commentary. What did you mean when my... Can I replicate it? What do you mean my attack gets cancelled here? But anyways, I have to go right now. This Oko will continue to... Did you see that? My attack stopped. My attack stopped. Do you... In the middle of the commentary. Do you see that, Corey? My attack stopped. Why? Anyways, guys. I was on the other tab. Did he just start stroking it? No, I didn't. This attempt is cooked. Zesty, keep going. I'm gonna have to keep going. It's gonna take 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna stop the stream right now. I'll resume the stream in like 20 minutes, okay? So, stay here. Be very careful. Don't watch the Classico. It's not good for your health. Don't call your friends when the opposite team wins. I'm gonna be back in 20 minutes. Oh, feed my turtles 3 times a day. Feed my turtles 3 times a day. And I'll see you in 20 minutes, alright? Be back.